So, hi all. Good evening. I think my voice is audible to all. Quick respond. Okay, that's great. So let us start with the concepts first. I have one last concept to tell for all of you. So post that we will have a discussion of assignment. Okay, so let me just quickly share the screen. Whatever I have discussed on the previous day, that notes with a few more other notes, I'll be sharing it tomorrow morning. Okay. I have a few assessment question also with solution. I'll be sharing it so that after you solve those questions, you can go through those answers there only. Okay. So yeah, let me just check out where are the questions. Okay. I would keep the questions here. I'll share the screen just a minute. Share the screen. Yes. Hope the screen is visible. Notepad screen. Yeah. So we have solved a few questions on the joints where we have to combine two tables. Means we used to go for the join, and some situation where only using the condition we can still join the tables. We have seen both the cases in the previous classes, right? So other than that, we can use the concepts of sets also here. I think if you notice long back when I was teaching you the joins, I showed you the diagrams. Like whenever you go with the inner join, how the data will be used, and the output will be shown. And the same way when we use the outer join, that is left join, right join, all that when we are performing, how the output looks, even by pictorially I have shown. So I that document also have shared it in the groups, right? So the same type of operations we can still do it with the sets operations here. Yes, exactly, intersection union, that is called to be a set operation. So here using the commands union, minus, union, all, intersection, like this we can use this commands and perform the actions. So it is very simple to understand, but I what you should know from this is how the questions will be framed. One of your friend also asked one question. It was actually a good question, like that a few questions will be asked in the interview based on this sets also. Instead of, you can still write the questions in using the joins, but a certain case they'll put a question such that they'll ask you non-repeated values, or sometimes I ask you to print some. Now I'll write a query, then you will understand, oh, this type of activity I cannot do it using the joins. Like this you can come to conclusion by seeing the question only, you will understand it seems to be a join question, but we cannot fetch that type of output using the joins. So let me just proceed ahead. I need not explain you what is the duty of all this. By questions only, I'll move on so that you will get a clarity on the things. So maybe first query I'll take. Assume that there are two queries. If I mean two tables, if there are two tables, maybe first one is EMP1 and the second one is EMP2. So both are employee one table, employee two table. So they have, or they both have common records. Record means common columns. common rows. So many data are common. In table 1, table 2, there are a common values. Okay. So how can I fetch all the records, but common records only once? This is what they are asking. Suppose, assume that there is some data. One, employee ID is one, Praveen salary, like that. The details are there in employee one table. There is employee two table. See, assume I have just taken a simple example here. Okay. Directors table or employees table, admin table, like these different tables are there. Within that, there are several data. Employee ID will remain the same, employee 2 ID. So some data will be matching from employee 1 table to employee 2 table. Okay, there are 2 table. Within this, there are certain data which are matching, certain rows which are common. Okay, common data will be there. Now it is my question. Now my duty is that I have to take out those common data. Okay, both have the common values. Okay, I have to fetch all that value. Okay, I have to fetch all that value. Along with that, I have to print it only once. Okay, what is the question? I have to print the common records. Upon that, I have to print it only once. Okay, sorry, there is a common records, but I have to fetch all the records with the only once to be printed as a output. How can I do it? So assume that there is some data in table 1 and table 2. Now I have to merge both of them. If they are telling only print common, I would have gone directly to the intersection. Okay, but what they are asking it here, they are asking for, it is not intersection, it is intersect actually. They are asking to fetch all the records, but only a common, common records what we have should not be repeated. Okay, you have a Ramu details in table 1, you have the Ramu details in table 2, so it should not be repeated twice. That is what they are asking. Okay, if we go for the joins, whatever types of joins you are going, in table 1 whatever you have will be printed, in table 2 whatever you have will be printed, in that common column 2 times it will be printing. Upon that, if you are performing some operation, so where is it? Yeah, upon that, if you are performing some operation, not to repeat natural join, only a common column will not be repeated, but data will get repeated. Whatever you have in table 1 will be there, whatever you have table 2 will be there, the common rows will be repeated, because there are two segregations. But I should not be printing like that. Rather, I have to print it in such a way that common records should not be repeated twice. That is the meaning of it. Then what can I do? I can simply go with the union. What this union or set operation will perform, it will take all such information of table 1, it will take all such information of table 2, it will print everything, and whenever I have the common data, it will read it only once. Means it will consider that value only once, and it will show you the data. Suppose how to write the query for this kind of this, as simple as that. If I have to print all the data of table on, how can I print? I'll tell select star. From which table? From employee 1 table. So what does this give as an output? Whatever data I have for the table 1, everything will be printed. For this, I am telling you perform union with which table. That also I should tell. Simply I cannot tell from, but rather you should tell select star. From which table? From EMP2 table. Have a simple example. We will go with the further understanding. So this is one case where we go with the union. So I'll speak about union all also. Just understand. So this, what does this do? As a union operation, it will print all the records. Common records only once it will print. This is what you have to remember. In other words, duplicates will not be printed. Okay. So this is one case. Maybe the same way I will consider the second question. How can I retrieve? How can I retrieve all the records of employee 1? Those records should not be present in EMP2. So what they're asking, there is a question now. You have some values in table 1. All the table values I have to retrieve. And anything related to that. Suppose I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is a table 1 data. Same way, assume that table 2 data are 2, 3, 8, 9, like this. So out of this, row 2 and 3 are the common rows in the table 1 and table 2. Now what I have to do it, how can I retrieve all the records of employee 1 table? Means table 1's everything should be there. Those records should not be present in the employee 2. Now I have to print such data which is not present in the employee 2 table. So which are those data which are not present in table 2? I have to compare table 1 and table 2. Out of this information, such data which is not common in the table 2, I have to retrieve. In a table 1, everything I have to retrieve. That is common. But upon that, one restriction is there. That should not match with table 2. Such data I should be printing. Very good. So if I have to do that, simple. Whatever is common, that row will be neglected. Here, this is common, that will be removed. What is not common in A and B table, that has to be printed. Then how can I do that? Which operation? Long back in your maths. I have listed using that. Observe. I have listed all 4. Now out of 4 only you tell. Quick guess. I want everybody's response. See. Understand, very simple. If you are getting confused between the intersect and minus, you have done in your long back in your maths also. There was separate subject called, portion called to be sets. Okay, yes. So, yeah, somebody is very good. It is minus. See, I have to be printing not the common, uncommon. Upon that, that are not there in the employee 2. So it doesn't mean that employee 2 data I have to be printing. It is used to check whatever I have it in A, table A, all that I have to print. Such data which is not present in the table 2, that is what I have to be printing. But which data I have to be print of table 1 only. Okay, so maybe if I have to do that in place of union, I would tell this way. Only for your understanding, let me have sample numbers so that the clarity will be there. Assume this is EMP1 table data. Simply, I'm just considering 1, 2, 3, 4, employee 2 table, 1, 3, 5, 7. So out of this, in the output, which rows value will I be getting it? Only employee 1, which are not common. Okay, so that is 2. There is the 2 and 4, like this. A table 2 value I would not be able to retrieve. If I want to retrieve table 2 value also, then A minus B union B. One more operation I need to perform. If I want the same question, if it is asked this way, how can I retrieve all the records of table 2? Those records should not be present in table 1. Then the reverse of it, B minus A. Simple sets operation, that's it. I hope that is the reason there should not be a confusion. I have written the output. So whenever you are referring, it will be easy for you. So after this, there would be a question, ma'am. If there are two things under the union and union all, what is the difference between them? It's very simple. If you go for union, it returns the distinct, that is unique values, that is unique rows. The common rows will be printed only once. That means duplicates will be removed. Okay. Even in case of union all, same type of operation, it will consider table 1 all values, table 2 all values, but in this case duplicate rows will be remains as it is. It will not remove duplicate rows. Okay, that is only the difference between the union and union all. Based on the questions, you can write it down. Okay, so if that is the case, let me know who will tell me what type of operation I should be doing it for this. How to fetch only common records. When they say records, it is the term is row. When it is of row, you have to go with the sets. When it is of columns, joins. Remember in that way. Okay, of 2 tables, employee 1 and employee 2. How to fetch only common records of 2 tables, employee 1 and employee 2? Simple. I have to be just going to intersect in place of this. Sect, like this. If I say this, I would be able to perform. Okay. Just for an I know with this operation of okay, let me just give one more question. Write a query maybe. Okay, to show one row. Okay, to show one row twice in results. Okay, what they're asking, for example, in our table, employees table, Sachin is there. This Sachin, I have to be printing it, Sachin row 1, Sachin, Tendulkar, so salaries or whatever is there, that complete row, I should be seeing it twice. How to do that? Every rows, I have to be printing it twice. Simple. Whenever see a question seems to be complicated, but the query, if you remember the sets operation, it is seems to be very easy. You have to just tell union all. Why I'm giving only the query is you can just simply execute same thing for our employees table, means only the employee names you should be changing it. That's it. Try to execute for our table which we have. I'm just demonstrating it here. So we should be telling it as union all so that it repeats. Okay. Keep this aside. Let me just quickly go with one question. Then I'll ask for the different one. Okay. Assume this to be an exercise here. Select or write a query, important one. Write a query, because from that time you're listening to me only. I want you to try this quickly. Okay. So write a query to print. To print. Fourth highest salary. Fourth highest salary. Let me just go to a table. I will rerun. What is my expected output is, I am asking select maximum salary, or maybe I'll tell this way, salary from employees, order by salary. Okay, I'll just run. If you see, let me also print name, sorry, first name. Yeah. So I'm getting the output in this particular way, from the largest salary to the lowest salary. This is the output. Okay. I am asking the question. I want the fourth largest salary. Fourth largest salary. I should not be printing this. I should not be printing this. Rather this. Rather, what I have to be printing here is 32,500. This is the fourth largest salary. Only that I have to be printing. Only one output I should be getting. So which type of function I should be using? Single row function or multiple row function? A limit is a pseudo column, which to restrict the pseudo columns, we do it. This is supported in MySQL, not in Oracle. In Oracle, we have the row number. When we use the row number, we tell it as equal to or less than, that is operations, relational operators we use when we use the row numbers. Okay, I'll give a note on that. It is easy to understand. Few people know it, few people don't know it. It's fine. But who are telling about the row numbers or limit or fetch rows, for all these people, I just wanted to tell you this point. In our output, what we are getting, in that it is fourth one. So if you say limit to fourth row, means less than a limit 4 rows, then what will happen if it is in MySQL? Only from first till fourth row it will print. Same way, if you go for the row number, print a row number which is equal to 4 or less than 4 or less than equal to 4. If you tell like this, row 1, row 2, row 3, row 4, that all the rows will be printed. For me, that is not the output. For me, only one output I should be getting. Now you will tell me, easy, no, I can just tell equal to 4. So fourth row output I'll get. Okay. The table which we are considering, the highest salary is 32,500. There could be n number of different tables. For all such table, do you think the fourth row only will be the highest salary? Imagine. Again, yeah, it depends on the number of records. Very good. What if I have only 3 records? It says, but if there are more than 4, definitely the after I sort it, that too in the descending order, fourth record only will be 32. It will be the highest salary based on that. But what is my point of telling you this point here is, we should like every time going to table, you are fetching it to saying, you are saying that this row should be this mark, I mean this salary. So you are telling it, no, you should tell your system to perform that activity to be done. In other words, we have a functions to do that type of activity. How we are telling you please do this ordering, we can still say that way, but I would suggest not to do that way. So I'll come to that point why I said, as I said, you are telling this particular row, this only the output. No, you should never go to no pointer to a table. You should always retrieve it from the query. So if that is the case, can you think about the functions whenever they say highest salary, lowest salary, or the last second salary, first second salary, between salary, marks also, first rank, second rank, third rank, fifth rank. When they are saying this, you need to deal with the functions. Remember that makes your query efficient. So having that thought, can you tell me how to write functions? Which function do you go with this? If it is on, maybe I'll just give you a clue. If you have to find the highest salary, which function do you go? Okay, lowest salary. Okay. Let me just quickly sort the same thing here. Please observe, I don't want anybody to divert yourself because I have one assignment question also. Please observe, one of the important questions this is. When I say maximum salary, as you people are saying, I'll get the maximum salary output. Okay, please observe, don't divert yourself. I'm getting 53,000. 53,000. This is the highest salary. Okay, all of you agree with this, right? But I would tell, I want the output of such a salary which is less than this 53,000, less than this salary. I want it. So how can I tell that? Okay, 53,000 is an output. Less than that, if I want, I will make this query as a subquery. Okay, maybe I'll tell this way: select maximum salary. Okay, from employees. How I'm building up, please observe. Employee salary, where salary should be less than 53,000. If I say this much, what is the output I'll get? Firstly, how it will check? Output of this you have understood just now. It is 53,000. But now I will not get that output. What I will get? I am checking this way. First time I'll get the output of 53,000. Is this less than 53,000? No, condition fails. What is the next highest salary? Something, but it is less than 53,000. Assume it is 52,000. It will go for the second record. It will check, is it less than 53,000? Yes, it is less than 53,000. Then what it would do? It is going for the second largest salary. Agree with that? Okay, let me verify. I'll rerun. I'm getting the 43. Oh, is it the second largest? Let me run. Yes, this is the second largest value. Okay. I hope everybody are getting it. Everybody are here. Yes. Now, if I want the third largest salary, but before that, in place of 53, in every table, I cannot expect 53 to be a highest salary. So what I'll do, I'll tell my machine to do that job. Please check whether the solution, that is whether the maximum marks, whatever it is, based on that you work, I'll tell. So in place of 53,000, I have given a query. So it will do the same job. Okay. So this will give you the Yes or no? Inside of this, I would tell, is my voice audible properly? Please check now. Somewhere if it's lacks, please let me know immediately so that I can correct it here. Yeah, I repeat, if this is giving you two salary, second largest salary, uh, if I write one more sub query, same thing, don't you think I'll get the third largest salary? Okay. Then I would just attach where salary, okay, where salary is less than, same thing I'll tell, is less than this. Now let me see what would be an output. As expected, we will be getting, okay, somewhere I have missed something. Okay, not here. I have to be putting it here. So 36 is what I'm getting. So levels you need to understand. So I'm just writing it in next line. Same line you can write it. Let me check, is that the third salary? Where is that? Yeah, I'm getting a third salary. So if I include one more inner clause, will I get the fourth salary? Fourth highest salary? Yes. So that means I would not write it. You please check whether you will get like that or not. By including, if you who have mentioned row numbers limit, please you check with your own queries also. I want you to try with that once. But other than that, who don't know about row numbers limit, need not worry. The note which I'll be forwarding, that is what. Few things are there which I have not discussed in the sessions, but all that are noted in a order wise. You have to go through the note. That is the reason from the day one I was telling, whatever notes I forward, please go through it. So tomorrow whatever notes I'll forward, it would have many notes in that. So you have to go through with an examples I would have given. I don't think so till now in none of the batches, the one who have referred to my notes properly, they have got a doubt, nothing like that. If you have a doubt, still I'll be available. You can just connect anytime. Just inform me prior. I'll clear your doubts. Okay. So this is one thing which you have to try it out. Fourth highest salary, and along with this, I will again come back to my one more query here. This is using the sets. So if in case I display or I ask like this, select, oh sorry, I'm writing a query. Write a query. What to, maybe I'll tell first name, important one, first name and last name from employees. Understand the question, from employees as a separate rows. Separate rows. So what is the mean of it? I'm saying, Sachin, you're printing, no. After that, the last name should be the next row. After that, whatever names you have, like that, columns should be printed as rows now. How can be printed? Already we have seen the example. By that you can tell. Okay, there's less time. Let me just quickly go with this. I want the first name, all the first name. From which table? From employees table. I want the last name. From which table? From employees table. Don't you think if I just do union, I'll get the unique values row by row? Everything. Maybe it is order, I guess. BD. Yes, it is following some sorted values one by one, but whatever. For our, output, expected output, we are getting it. First name, last name, everything has been written in the form of in the separate rows form. Okay, this is one of the interview question. They'll ask you this way, so you need to know. That is the reason I told, please execute the initial queries. Whatever I would forward it, right? This one, you please execute this. You will understand with an output. Okay. Coming back to the part, like where one more question. Okay, in assignment only I'll give, right? Then you can do work on that question. Okay. On the salary, I'll give 3 or 4 questions. Please try to solve. This is one hint to solve those questions. That is the reason in between of the session I solved it. To solve the salary is a rank question. This is just a hint. Okay. Yeah. I would move on with the assignment question. Not all the questions, but I would solve few questions. Please tell me the difficult question which you were not possible to solve only. So which are the difficult question you faced out of the assignment? You can just number. Tell the number of the question which you face the difficulties. I have a questions opened here. Yeah. I don't think so. There should be a problem. First one. Yes. Yes or no? First one. No problem, right? Second, no, there should be no problem. I will send the solution. Correct yourself. And most of you who have sent me the solution, everybody have done it correctly only. The one who have done it wrong, please correct yourself. Till fifth one, I don't think so. There should be a problem. Anybody have the problem with fifth question also? Please kindly respond. Okay, let me sort it out. There is one doubt. So what is the question they are asking? Write a query to display first name, salary, department number for those employees who earn such amount of salary, which is the smallest salary of all the department. Whenever we have a question, we like multiple questions merged in one, we should divide it, one by one. So we know whenever they say we have to print, how do we tell? Select. What is that we need to print? First name, salary, and also a department number. Ma'am, should I have to write department number as department ID? Not required. How they are asking in the question, you write it. Ma'am, I want to check for my table which is created in Oracle. Then you should write it according to the table which you have created. But here I am not referring to the table. I am just writing a query. Assume this is an interview and I am writing a query for that. Then whatever they are asking, same thing I should consider. One key point to everyone. Okay. I have seen most of you, they have asked department number, but you are using department ID. No, you should never do that. What they are asking, you use that only. Okay. That is one case for those employees. Then I would mention it from which table? From employees table. Okay. Since we have all these columns in our table, you can check by using our columns in your system. But in an interview, whatever they mention, you should use that only. The second part of the question is what? Who earn such amount of salary? Who is getting some amount of salary? What is that some amount? That such amount they are asking, which is smallest salary of all the department. Firstly, I want to ask, should we have to go with a group by here? Yes, no. Quick response. Yes, no. Okay, if the question is asked this way, who like smallest salary of each department, then I should be going with group by. But what is the question here? Which is the smallest salary of all the department? So I need not go to each department and check. For me, one complete column, 60,000, 50,000, I mean, 30,000, 40,000, whatever salary I'm getting for every department, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, every department. For every department, what is the smallest salary? I should go for one output there. Then I can simply tell, give me that minimum value of salary. So what I'll do as a separate query, I'm just showing you. If I tell select, what to select minimum salary, from where? From employees. So what is the output I'll be getting it here? Minimum salary. Suppose 8,400 is the output. Okay. Then I should be printing out such a data which is getting a minimum salary. Here they have took this term to make you confused. If it is each department, then you would put a group by. But now they are not asking you the each department. They are asking you one such information, such employee details, who are earning value, I mean salary, which is minimum salary. Assume 8,400 is a salary. Then who are the employees who getting 8,400 salary? That is what you have to get. Then I can tell where salary is equal to 8,400. But this is the minimum salary. I am going to table. Then from table, I am writing it. No, we should never do that. We should tell our machine to do that. So what I'll tell, I would now give an duty to my query only to perform that particular task. So this will give me the output of a minimum salary, and that will be compared. Then this will display all such employees data who are getting the minimum salaries. Okay, is it clear now, this question? See, whenever we are writing a queries, then the query we can write in within a fraction of seconds. But that query should match with the question. So that is important. We need to understand the question thoroughly. I would explain the sixth one. Please observe. I want to give you some input based on these questions. Now, whenever they're asking this type of question, I have noticed few students are writing one query for this, one query for this, one query for this, like that. No, we should never do that. Whenever they're asking you the question in this way, you should consider all these three questions and you have to write one query to give a solution for that. Okay. Make a habit. Means if you are able to write separate query for all three, then definitely you will know how to merge it. So for your understanding, you can write that way. But after writing it in that way, you have to merge it and you should fetch out this type of output. This is the expected output. Then how to write a query? Simple. Let us understand the question first. When they give like this, make a habit. To solve the question, it makes you simple. Okay. You have a two table. Okay. Table 1 and table 2. Okay. In table 1, what is a table 1? It is the employees table. Okay. What is a table 2? It is departments table. Okay. In employees 2, what are the columns? We have a employee ID. In short, I'll write. If we have employee ID, first name, last name, then email, then hire date. Why I'm writing this? It makes this task easy. When it is mixed over there, you also will become confused. So just have this segregation like this for your understanding to solve the question. No, ma'am, I'm comfortable. I can solve like that. Very good. You can still go with that. Okay. And in the departments, what are the columns? In departments, I have a department ID. Then what is that? I have department name and also location. Like this, I have a information. Okay. Now you can have a clear picture. What are the columns in employees? What are the columns in departments? Now let us go to the actual question what they're asking. Write a query that returns the department name, the average salary of the employees. Okay. How you have solved it? The same way, one by one, I'll solve it. I'll tell select what to return, department name. Now what they have given department name as it is, I'll consider. Definitely it cannot be two different words. So I'm just merging it. Okay. That much of common sense we should be using it. Okay. So after that, in this question, can you write without using the joins? How, ma'am, how I can identify we should use joins only? Very simple. Observe what is that asking? Department name. What is that? The other thing they're asking? Salary. Average you live. Salary they're asking. Department name is present in which table? Departments. Salary is present in which table? Employees. Without merging both the table, will you be able to fetch out the expected output values? No. That means I have to use joins. That is the reason I told have the columns. Then see what is that they're asking. Then you can easily merge and do the analyzation. Okay. So if I have to do that, then first only I'll consider D for departments. Then after that, what I want the average salary. For getting the average salary, what is the function? AVG. I hope you remember. Average salary. If I just write salary, there are two tables. I have to differentiate them, right? When I'm joining, so I'll give E for employees table, and I'm telling that respective column. Simply I cannot give. They told it should be displaying as average salary. So I should use alias also. Good that I can see many of them have used it. Average salary. In interview, if you forget to write average salary, it is a written test. It is a in front of interviewer you're writing in a paper. It still works. But if it is an online, where you like a coding test, how you have no in a particular ID you have to execute that time. Mandatory you have to write it average salary, or else it will say that it is not expected output. Okay. So average salary I'll tell. The alias name I have given. So after this, from which table? From employees table. For employees, I'll give E as a table, E as a name. I'm joining what? Departments table as D. So on some constraint we have to join. Simply I cannot tell join, right? Do I have any common column? Yes. So based on the columns, I'll tell. When I just tell join, or when I tell joins. See, till now, I'm just doing the first set of activity. Only one set of query I'm writing. Okay. So I would now tell on what department employees department ID, which is equals to department ID, like this I'll tell. So till here, whatever the first query question I have, it will solve my duty. But after that, they are saying use a subquery to calculate the average salary for each department. Now, most of you, what you will do? Oh, they are asking us to write a separate query to calculate average salary in a subquery format. Then I should write one more query to make it. No, you use join or you are using subquery. Both means same. See, if it is just this much, it is only one query. For that, you're joining some more information. Then this also has an output when you are merging it. This is also treated as subquery. Try to understand. When you're using the joins, it is treated also as a subquery. Please try to understand that. Okay. Externally, should I have to write? Not required. No, but what is it they're asking? Use a subquery to calculate the average salary for each department. Now you need to know whenever they're asking some activity to calculate average salary, this is a function, and inside this you are asking for something that is average salary. So this is also This whole statement also giving one output. Output for what? For one outer query. For this outer query, this is giving one output. So you can also treat this function as inner query. So no need to worry. You need not change anything for the current output or current query. Next, sort the results based on average salary in a descending order. Now they are telling you need to sort it. Please think an answer. Can you directly sort the table now? Can you directly sort the table now? No. Here I am expecting department name, average salary. Okay, department name is sales. In sales, 5 employees are working. For 5 employees, one average salary will be there. Marketing, 10 employees, average salary. Accounting, 10 employees, some salary will be there. Don't you think I cannot sort it, or I would not be able to get the output till here also without grouping them? Yes or no? See, there is a reason I'm telling you, understand the question. How much deep you dive into a question, you will get to know. So only I'm just explaining you bit by bit. I'm stopping it for after each line. Okay. So now if I have to get the output for this, then I have to group them. Group by based on what? What they're asking? Department name. Ma'am, should I have to group them by department ID? No. What they are expecting, if you want to group by department ID, then if they'll ask to print that. No, it is not required. Now, based on the name only, I can do it. So I would tell D dot department name. Based on this, you should order it. Not only that, I should also just give me a minute, 1 second. Then after that, order by average salary, whatever alias name you have given, no, that only you can use it, but it should be in a descending order. Just keep observing. Just give me 1 minute. Sorry for that. I hope you have observed the question. So is that clear, this question? Now question, I mean, there should be one question. Ma'am, here we have used inner join only. Why? Or I cannot use any other join. See, when they are not mentioned anything and they are expecting for some output, you should think which type of join I should be using. This is an inner join. If I write also, if I don't write also, join, if you write, it is an inner join. I hope that I have told on the discussion of joins. So for me, if I have to get this type of output, then I have to take a common values there. So I'm going for this particular type of joins here. If they mention it, then I have to mandatorily go for that particular join. I should not go with any others. Okay. So next thing is that we have one more table, Oracle, which has orders, customers. I mean, sorry, orders and customer as a table name. Let me just quickly consider that. So orders as a certain table value, I mean columns there. See, you also while doing it, try to write in this way. Orders, and in this we have customers. In orders table, we have the order ID. In short, I will move on. Order ID, customer ID, then order date, and also total amount. Okay, these are the columns. In customers, what are the columns? In customers, customer ID, and the first name, last name, email, phone. Like this, we have the information. Okay. So when we have this type of information here, now what is the question they are asking? They want us to print all such information, return a list of all the orders along with the first name, last name, email of the customer who have placed the order. Now think and answer. From this, what is that we need to print? First name, last name, email. So all these are present in which table? Employees tables here. Okay. But they are also asking of the customer who placed the order. So for every order, don't you think there would be one order ID? Yes or no? Exactly. So when we are doing that type of order, so what we have to be doing it now, for this I should also merge one more ID, that is one more information, order ID. So don't you think I need to do an operation of joining here also? Two tables values they are asking. Definitely I have to be going with a joining concept. So if that is the case, then directly I'll go with that. Select. For customers, I'll use C. Ma'am, should I have to consider order table first or customer table first? It is up to you. Anyway, you can go, but all data are important. So I'll tell C dot um, first name. I'm not writing it completely. You can write it completely. So first name. Along with that, I also want the other information like last name, then customers email, like this I'll tell. Then orders, O means orders table. In orders table, what I want? Order ID. So if I print that, I would be able to fetch the who is that customer who is using the ID, I mean ordered, who have ordered, that I can consider. Okay, this is the information I have used in this. And if I have to tell that, then I have to consider the table. So I'll tell here whatever table you are considering first, make sure that you will give it from table customers. C join. I have to join now. What type of join? See here, they have mentioned inner join. If you just tell Join also, it will perform the same, but when they have mentioned, please mention it. Inner join. If you forget also, no worries, but it's a good habit. When they are asking you, please write that. Customers, sorry, the other table is orders type O. This is what name I'll give it for this particular table. If I have to do a inner join, then there is a common values which I should be giving. So I would now tell based on what? Based on a certain IDs. So in both of the table, which is the common one, customer ID. So I'll tell customer ID is equals to orders customer ID. This is how I will frame the condition. After such, this is the first thing which I can do it. Then the second question is what? Sort the result in the by the order date in a descending order. Simple. After all this, I'll just tell order by. Based on what? On a orders date. So I'll tell order date, but in a descending order. I need to mention that DESC, which indicates I have to be sorting the data in a descending order. And here I need not use group by, all that not required, because every users will have a different IDs and they'll be getting it. And something on the IDs or unique retrieving values, I'm not doing anything. Simple. And they are telling use inner join. See, question seems to be difficult, but if you understand it easily, you can just write it. If I do that, I would be able to get the output in this particular order. Order ID, customer ID. Okay, this is the table to consider, I guess. This is not an output. Oh, expected output they're asking. First name, last name, email ID. I think extra the output they have shown here. Since it is not mentioned, you can just neglect. Or maybe I have altered the column names, I guess. Okay, you need not worry. You can just have this as a reference. Is this query clear? So all other queries, I think you should be able to write it. One simple last one, I'll take it. The rest of the things, I would give the solutions. You can go with that. I wanted to explain this one. Retrieve the names of all employees who work in the same department. Okay, as the employee named John Smith. So what is the question here? I need to print all the employees, okay, who works in a department, who is like for example, there is a John Smith. Okay, he is one employee. He has one employee ID or a department ID, right? Department ID. Now I should fetch out his department ID so that I'll get to know which department he is working. Now, whichever department he is working, that department's employees I have to retrieve here. Suppose he is working as a clerk. Then the clerk will have some department ID. So I need to fetch out that department ID. And whoever is working as a clerk, I have to print it. That is the meaning of this question. I repeat the question. Retrieve the names of all the employees who work in the same department as the employee named John Smith. So now what I'll do, please observe. First of all, I write a query to fetch out the department ID of this particular employee. How to fetch out? Don't you think I can easily fetch department ID? So I'll tell department ID, from which table I need to fetch out. Therefore, it could be in a department table or it could be in an employees table. I'll assume that it is from employees table, because I need to match with the name. Name is present in employees table. So I'll tell. See, that is the reason. Understanding imagination of tables are very much important. How you are considering, the same way we should be writing it. So select department ID from which table? From employees table, where first name, or I'll just tell name because we don't know it is first name or last name. I'll tell John Smith. Okay. What does the output of this? Output is 1, 2, 3, some number I'll get. So don't you think this will be giving me the output of a certain number, and that I would consider as a subquery. Whatever output I'll get, now I'll tell select name, okay, from employees, where department ID is equals to, I cannot tell department ID is equals to John Smith. Department ID is an integer value, and the right hand side I have a string value. I cannot compare them. So what I did, I used a subquery here, so that this will be giving me the output of a John Smith ID. Based on that, I can write a query. So now what I did, I imagined the output table, and based on that, I have written. Now is it clear, this query? Yes or no? Please respond. Great. So name of all the departments that have more than 10 employees. How do you count? How do you count number of employees? Do we have any function? We have a count function, right? So this, for this, a number of solutions we can have. So try to write it. Joins. I don't think so. We need to be using joins here. Subquery will fetch out the value. Okay, let me just try it out. Name of all the departments, from all the departments, that is employees' names, I should be printing. So I'll tell select employee name from where department. Okay, where I'll put it. Okay, name of employee will be in what? In a table, employees. I'll tell like this. Okay, I'll put a question mark there. From where? From where means I'll consider one more subquery. Select department ID from, maybe I'll consider it to be employees. Now what I'll do, there could be a number of department IDs, 1, 5, 6, 7 like that, but there would be repetition. So what I'll do, I'll firstly group them. So I'll tell, because now I have to do some activity on departments only. So I'll tell group by department ID. Still you can go with the joins. I'm not telling no, but when we can simply do it without joins, just try to analyze it. Okay. So when I do this, you will get some ID. Retrieve the names of all the departments that have more than 10 employees. There could be 1 department number, 5 department number, 10 and 7 like this. One will have 8 employees, 5 will have 12 employees, department ID 10 will have 88 employees. Like this, we will be having more than one department which will have 10 employees, right? So what I did, so only I have grouped them. When I grouped them, don't you think the output of this will be more than one number? Yes or no? Here for this query, output will be 5 and 10. Can I tell where department ID is equals to 10, 5, 2 numbers? I cannot do it, or it could be more than 2 also. If it is 1, I would have gone for this. Then what should I do? Whenever you have a more than two values, I mean more than one value or a set of value, we go for an operator called to be in. This is how we will be doing it. Okay. There only I cannot stop it. I have to put one more condition. More than 10 employees. How to tell? I have to count. Simply I cannot count here. Where clause I cannot use for the multiple row function. I cannot tell where count of employees. I cannot do this. Why? Because I have given a note on very first days when I discussed about this multiple row function. Aggregate functions, min, max, salary, all this in a where clause, you cannot use it. So only we have one more clause. Which clause is that? Very good. It is having clause. Count. What to count? I'll tell star because it gives me a unique values as if it is more than 10, that row should be considered. This is what as an output I'll be getting it. Clear now? Yes or no? Quickly respond. Great. So rest, I think it would be good if I would share the document solutions. Okay, so time is getting over. So I would halt it here. From by this I would conclude my official sessions, but I had a few more points to discuss, but due to the time constraint I'm halting it here. So basically I'll just stop sharing now. See, one thing I can tell from the sessions till now, whatever we have discussed, it is more than sufficient to understand or clear interviews, whatever questions they ask. If you are daily attending the sessions, by then I can say that you would be easily able to clear the interviews based on the SQL. But only the thing is, you should have that confidence level that whether if this is the case, sometimes what will happen, few questions in few interviews, some other questions will be there where you will not be able to solve. So if you will think, okay, ma'am did not thought this, so I got the same question, so what I have to do, I cannot attend any interviews of SQL, like this, some misconceptions will be there. No, few who are dependent on database questions, no database role will be there. In that case the question level will be little, the level of questioner will be a little bit difficult, but up to a full stack developer or full stack tester, this is more than sufficient. Okay, so by saying this, I just wanted to conclude the sessions. I hope that things what we have discussed till date are clear. But a few other points which I wanted to discuss, I would be sharing it as a note to everybody. I just wanted to know, is that whatever sessions I have handled within that, were you able to grab the things? Maybe it could be in the form of recording you have heard, or it could be the live session, whatever it is. I was able to clear your solutions, or some understanding you have got it, at least some confidence you got on the database. Respond. You can unmute and speak today.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am, we got it.
Okay, that's really great. Okay, as I mentioned, I just wanted to see everybody once, so that due to this COVID post after that, it's a completely online session. So I made a habit that I will have an at least once I wanted to see all my students. That is the reason I just want everybody to on your camera once. I told you, even if it is not formals, at least wear your clothes and sit up, because I know how you will be sitting, whether you are in bathroom or kitchen. No, sit in separate place so that your friends also have the analyzation that okay, this is my friend. All others, take your 1 minute and on your camera so that I'll have a quick screenshot I want quick. Okay, if you will be internally saying this, ma'am, you are asking us to on the camera, but you didn't on. Let me also on the camera. So hi,
Hello, ma'am.
Hello, ma'am.
I want all others. Ravi. Okay, others quickly. Do it quickly. I know most of you will be scolding me already, ma'am. You have taken so much. It's already a dinner time. Great. Shweta, Vijay, Sonali. Just for 1 minute. I want you to.
Hi, ma'am.
Hi. So yes, okay, that's great. I think they'll be owning by then. I just wanted to interact quickly. So I hope the sessions which I have discussed, you people have understood. If not, as I said, this is not only a one. Officially, I'm concluding it as a session wise, but other than this, you are attending it throughout. You get a job, like until you get a job, anything related to the technologies, you have a queries, doubts, feel free to put a message to me. See, I cannot pick up the calls every time, as I'm with the family members. I'm tied up with few other things also, but I would request, give up a message. Ma'am, I have the query, like when will be available. So let us have one slot so that I can connect with you, maybe through the Zoom only, or maybe if it is possible, I'll just call you up and I'll clear your doubts. If that is also not possible, then as I said, yes, we can connect through the Zoom and we can clear our doubts. Okay. But yes, as I said that, I hope that whatever I have discussed in the session, it is clear to everyone. As I mentioned, not everything of SQL, if I have to teach complete Oracle, then one complete course only I should start. But at least to clear the interview, what necessary knowledge you wanted, I have to be sharing it to you. I have shared it. Few very minute, small topics are left out. For that, I am sharing the notes. Okay, important notes. One, yesterday's notes I'll forward with few questions with the solutions. Along with that, today's concepts, whatever I have discussed, that notes also with few interview questions. Then tomorrow, the 3 different sets I'll be forwarding you, and in the third set there would be important questions from day 1 till date. What kind of questions would be asked in the interview, all types of sets questions I'll be forwarding. Along with that, with solutions only I'll be forwarding, because when you're solving it, if you're not able to get it, you can just go to the solutions and check out, okay, this is the solution, then you can verify it. Not even then not understanding, you can still ask me out. Okay, everybody have my number and you are there in the group also, that can be done. First thing I can tell before concluding is that, cultivate the habit of explaining the things. When you explain it, somebody, your friend is asking, you should never feel that, oh, if I explain to my friend, he will get the job or she will get the job first than me. No, never have this. How much you share the knowledge, you will learn that much. This is what I can tell to everyone. So be good to everyone, be kind to everyone. Never feel jealous of anything. If you have to feel jealous of anything, have the jealous in the learning. Okay, that person is having so much of knowledge, then I should also learn these many technologies. Like this, have this good habit. Every day try to learn new thing, one minute thing. Some today you had a food on time, that is also one good habit. Today you did not use phone much, but you concentrated more on your career, building your resume, that is one another good thing. Journal is one thing, that every day you get up, you make a point of something. Today I have to do this. I know 100% at the end of the day you would have not done anything, but if you cultivate the habit of doing this one, how much gradually it increases. Okay, tomorrow I did not do this, all this job, tomorrow I have to complete it. 90% you would have done. Next 100%, it will definitely come to the 100%, and when it comes to the 100%, you would be in a good position. This is what I can tell. Okay, so by saying this, I would like to conclude the session. Let me take a screenshot of everyone so that I can have it as a memory. Yes. So before that, I just want you to use your gestures, symbols, hand symbols, to tell how your SQL sessions was. At least smile. Everybody. I want to take a screenshot all together. See, this is like I'm checking your skills here, how you're responding. I can see if you are responding, if you are not responding. All together. 1, 2, 3. Yes. That's really great. Okay, I'm not taking interview. You people can smile. Rakesh is having his tea, coffee. Great. In your dinner time, you're having coffee, tea. That's really great. Okay, whatever it is. I wish everyone here to get placed as soon as possible. Your parents are everything for you. Whatever you're doing, whatever your current situation, it is because of your parents. Don't forget this. In life, many people can tell, oh, I am there for you in your complete lifetime. I'll be there. My life is you. So many dialogues will be there. Never fall to that dialogues. Your parents are the one who have struggled for you. You want to achieve something, you want to give something to them. Definitely you cannot give anything return to them, but what you can give to them is happiness. It could be in the other way. If you are married, your family is your everything. So what you can hardly give to them is happiness. How you can give to them as in happiness is that when you have settled. Okay, so think that whenever you're getting diverted, you have to give some happiness to your parents. That means you have to stand on your own legs. It doesn't mean that you have to give them your salary. They never expect for your salary. Rather, they only want you to settle in your life. You don't have to be dependent on anybody. This is what they expect from everyone. So have a habit, have one thing in your life, just to tell you are my student. I want you like, it's not like you should be in I want that. Yes, ultimately you should be in a good position, in a promotion should be there. But ultimately in your life, when you are called as educated, is that first thing, you should respect your parents. First, you become a good citizen, then only everything will be possible. That is what I can tell this as a keynote to everyone. So be happy in your life, everybody. All the very best. Give the news as soon as possible saying that I got placed. I don't want anything. I just want that message. I got placed to so and so company. These are the questions were asked. If you share the questions, I will not go to that company and join. Rather, I would share that questions to some other students, so that will help them out to clear the interview, right? So that is the thing which I can tell you. So from that question only, your previous batch students who have shared, I have made a question set, and from that only I will be sharing it to you. So how it will be helping you out, the same way it will help out to others. Is that clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, that's really nice.
Thank you, ma'am.
Meeting you all. So many faces missing here, whatever it is. So connect me on LinkedIn profile. I would share my LinkedIn profile, or you can just directly connect it to me. Tejaswini MN is my LinkedIn profile. So anything, you can just put me the queries through WhatsApp. If I'm not there online there, you can like connect me through the LinkedIn. Okay.
Sure, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, ma'am.
So anything you want to tell?
Thank you for your
Ma'am,
support.
could you please repeat your LinkedIn profile name?
Tejaswini MN. I would share it if you want. Just ping me up. I'll share my link. Okay.
Okay, got it.
Ma'am, please share in a group.
Group? No. It's like marketing there. No. In the group,
No, ma'am. Not like that.
no. Anything like I don't want it to be shared over there, because there are a few candidates who are not attending, right? So they're attending the session. So it could be kind of disturbance to them. If you want it, just ping me up. I'll just directly share it to you. Okay.
Yeah, sure. Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Have a great night. Have your dinner. Whoever was
Thank you, ma'am.
dinner time, she's not.
Thank you, ma'am.
Please have your good food now. Take a proper rest. Anything, just reach out to me. Okay.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so
you.
much.
Thank you. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you so
you,
much.
ma'am.